When you reach one goal, don't stop there. That's just the beginning. The problem with too many people is that the moment they achieve something, they slow down. They take their foot off the gas. They start celebrating as if the journey is over. But the truth is, success is never a finish line. It's a checkpoint. You have to keep moving, keep climbing, keep pushing. The hunger that got you there is the same hunger that will take you even further. The moment you stop being hungry, you start losing what you've worked so hard for. When I talk about never being satisfied, I'm not talking about greed. I'm talking about growth. There's a difference between being thankful and being comfortable. Be thankful for how far you've come, but never comfortable with where you are. The minute you start thinking you've done enough, someone else out there is working harder, training longer, staying up later. They're hungry for what you have. And if you're not willing to keep fighting for it, you'll lose it. That's how the world works. It rewards those who stay driven, not those who rest. You see, hunger is what gives life meaning. It's what gets you out of bed when you're tired. It's what keeps you pushing through pain, through doubt, through fear. When you're hungry for something, you don't need motivation. You create it. You find a way. You make sacrifices others aren't willing to make. You turn your vision into action. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers. The hunger to keep moving even when no one is watching. Too many people let success make them soft. Hit one milestone and think they've made it. They stop putting in their hours, they stop learning, they stop evolving. But champions, real champions, treat every victory like a warm-up. They don't let success blind them, they let it remind them that there's always another level. Question isn't, have you achieved enough? The question is, how far can you really go? And here's the truth, you can always go further than you think. You have more potential than you've ever tapped into. But you'll never discover it if you become satisfied. You have to chase that next version of yourself. The one that's faster, stronger, sharper, more disciplined. Because no matter how good you get, there's always a better you waiting to be built. Every day, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm not done yet. Say it with conviction. Say it with belief. Because you're not, you still have dreams to chase, goals to crush, and limits to break. The hunger that got you started must stay alive inside you. It's your engine, your fuel, your fire. Never be satisfied, because the moment you think you've arrived, you stop becoming better. And greatness only belongs to those who never stop growing. Focus is power. It's the ability to lock in on one goal and block out everything else that doesn't serve it. Most people fail not because they don't have potential, but because they're scattered. Their energy is everywhere. One day they want one thing, the next day something else. They start strong but lose direction when things get hard. Focus is what separates the successful from the average. It's what keeps you on track when distractions try to pull you away from your purpose. When you know exactly what you want, every decision becomes simple. You stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You stop giving attention to negativity, to noise, to people who don't believe in you. You train your mind to see only what pushes you forward. That's how winners think. They don't chase 10 things at once. They chase one thing with everything they have. They understand that you can't climb a mountain if you keep changing direction halfway up. You pick your goal, you lock your eyes on it, you keep moving no matter what stands in your way. Focus demands discipline. It demands sacrifice. You can't stay focused if you're chasing comfort. You have to be willing to say no to distractions, no to excuses, no to everything that doesn't align with your vision. You might lose friends, you might lose sleep, you might even lose people who don't understand your path. But you'll gain something far more powerful, clarity. And once you have clarity, your path becomes unstoppable. When you focus all your energy in one direction, you create momentum. And momentum is everything. There will be moments when your focus is tested. When the world throws noise at you, when doubts whisper in your mind, when failure makes you question if it's worth it. But that's when focus becomes your weapon. You remind yourself why you started. You remind yourself of that goal that burns inside you. You silence the noise, you push through the fog, and you keep moving. Real focus isn't about never getting distracted. It's about finding your way back every single time. People often say they want success, but they let their minds wander. They let emotions control them. They scroll, they compare, they complain, and then they wonder why they're not where they want to be. Success doesn't come to those who want it. It comes to those who can lock in on it and stay there long enough to make it real. You don't get what you wish for, what you stay focused on. Every great achievement begins with a vision and the discipline to protect that vision. So whatever your dream is, guard it. Don't let anyone or anything take your focus away from it. Because when your mind is locked in, when your energy is aligned, and when your purpose is clear, nothing can stop you. Pain is a part of the process. There's no growth without it, no strength without struggle. Most people run away from pain because they see it as punishment. But the truth is, pain is your greatest teacher. It shows you what you're made of. It strips away excuses, laziness, and fear, and reveals your real potential. Every time you go through pain and refuse to quit, stronger, you build something inside that no one can take away from you. Resilience. When you face obstacles, when life hits you hard, that's when your hunger gets tested. Anybody can be motivated when everything's easy. Anybody can smile when things are going right. But when everything falls apart, when you fail, when people doubt you, when doors close, that's when the real test begins. That's the moment that separates those who only talk about success from those who earn it. You can't build greatness in comfort. You build it in chaos, in challenge, in pain. Pain has a way of refining you. It makes you think, it makes you adapt, it forces you to find another way. It doesn't destroy you unless you let it. You see, pain is like fire. It can burn you or it can forge you. The choice is yours. When you use pain as fuel, it pushes you to go harder. Stop asking, why me? And start saying, try me. You stop avoiding the hard things and start chasing them because you know that every struggle is shaping the person you need to become. There were moments in my life when I could have given up. Moments when everything seemed impossible, when I felt alone, when I had nothing but belief. But I learned that pain is temporary, lasts forever, only a reaction to it does. If you give up, that pain turns into regret. But if you push through, it turns into power. It becomes a memory of strength, a reminder that you can handle anything. The problem is, most people let pain define them. They let it break their spirit, they complain, they blame, they stop trying. The ones who rise, they use pain as motivation, they let it drive them. They channel every ounce of frustration, anger, and disappointment into work, into progress, into purpose. Pain doesn't stop you when you're hungry enough. It fuels you. It becomes the fire that burns inside, pushing you to prove to yourself that you can overcome anything. So when life hurts, don't back down, don't hide. Face it head on, embrace it, learn from it. Because every time you rise after pain, you become more dangerous, more confident, more unbreakable. And that's what it takes to reach greatness, not comfort, not luck, but the courage to turn pain into power. You can't stay hungry if you're surrounded by people who are full. The energy around you either fuels your fire or kills it. If you spend your time with people who complain, who make excuses, who are satisfied doing the bare minimum, you'll eventually start lowering your own standards. It happens slowly, without you even noticing. You start thinking it's okay to take a day off. It's okay to skip the work. It's okay to dream small. And before you know it, your hunger fades. That's why you must guard your circle like your life depends on it. Because in many ways it does. If you want to stay driven, you need to surround yourself with people who challenge you, who push you, who refuse to let you settle. People who remind you what's possible, not what's comfortable. When you spend time with winners, with people chasing something greater, their energy becomes contagious. You feed off it. Their work ethic, their discipline, their commitment, it rubs off on you. It reminds you that you can do more, be more, achieve more. And don't be afraid to walk alone for a while. Sometimes when you start chasing your dreams seriously, you'll realize how few people actually understand the hunger inside you. They'll think you've changed. They'll say you're obsessed. They'll question why you're pushing so hard. Obsession is what it takes. It's what greatness demands. You can't expect average minds to understand extraordinary ambition. So don't explain yourself. Don't waste energy trying to make people believe in you. Let your results speak for you. There's also something powerful about building an environment that breeds growth. Keep your mind fed with knowledge, your body fueled with discipline, and your surroundings filled with people who inspire you. Because what you see, hear, and feel every day shapes you. You surround yourself with negativity, you'll start doubting yourself. But if you surround yourself with passion and progress, you'll stay focused and hungry. Simple. Your environment can either destroy your dream or drive it. You have to ask yourself who's in your corner. Are they pushing you to grow or holding you back? Are they challenging your limits or making you comfortable? True friends won't let you quit. They'll hold you accountable. They'll remind you of your goals when you forget why you started. Those are the people you keep close, the ones who see your potential even when you're tired. In the end, staying hungry and focused isn't just about mindset. It's about your surroundings. You can have the strongest vision, but if you're in the wrong environment, that vision will fade. Protect your energy, protect your dream, and surround yourself with fire. When your circle burns with purpose, your hunger will never die.